If you're anything like me, the smallest little problem around my house can get under my skin and drive me crazy until I figure out how to solve it. Well, if you're like me, then you are gonna love this video because I'm gonna share with you all the little items that I found on Amazon that solved all of my home problems. And I'm willing to bet you probably have some of these same problems, so I have got a solution for you. Items I'm going to share with you in the video are in no particular order. They are completely random, and I will link them all in the description box below. We're going to do the household items first because, as you can see out my window, it is pouring down rain. Hopefully it'll stop raining because I have some really great garden and patio and pool things that I want to show you outside. But first up, I'm in my kitchen because it is springtime, we're approaching summer, and that means I have a lot of fruit and fresh produce in my house on my countertop. And you know what happens when you have fresh produce? You get fruit flies. And I have tried every single remedy that I've seen on Instagram to get rid of fruit flies, and they don't work. But I'll tell you what does work. This is called a flying insect light, and it worked so well for me last summer. It literally got rid of every single gnat, fruit fly, moth, flying anything that got in our house. The back of this refill is super, super sticky. And when you put the refill inside the light and you plug it into your wall, it emits a faint blue light. So when your lights are off or at night when it's dark in your house, the bugs are attracted to this blue light and they get stuck on the back of the tape. Every morning I'm so excited. This is so stupid, I know, but I'm so excited to come into the kitchen and see how many bugs were caught on this thing during the night. And when the sticky stuff gets completely full of bugs, just pull it out, throw it away, and put a new refill in it. So my next problem-solving solution is going to blow your mind. I have 12 can lights in my house in the ceiling, and the contractor that built this house 25 years ago installed them. I have not touched them other to change the light bulbs. Our can lights were yellow. They looked outdated and in an afternoon, Randy and I changed out 12 can lights in our house, and it was beyond easy, and the results were outstanding. We bought these retrofit kits for your can light. They have an LED bulb that's made inside of the light itself, and all you have to do is pull down the ring around your old can light, unscrew the light bulb, and then there's a little screwy end that looks like the end of a light bulb that you screw into that light bulb socket and snap up the new light. It has springs on the side of it. It will pop right up into your ceiling, and it will fit into any traditional 5 or 6 inch can light. And the upgrade that it made to my house is amazing. These retrofit can lights have 2 fantastic features. Number 1, there's a little switch on the back. You can control the color temperature. You can choose what you like by this little switch. I think it ranges from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. And so Randy and I put the lights up, played around with the color temperatures, and decided what we liked in our home. The lights are also dimmable. So this was absolutely well worth an afternoon spent and about $10 a can light. It freshened up our house, made our ceiling look so much better, more modern, and no more yellow, ugly can lights. So I recently bought all new rugs for our house to go on our hardwood floor, and I cannot stand it when the ends of the rugs curl up because my toe gets caught on them, the dogs trip over them, my vacuum can't get over them, and I needed a solution. Traditional rug pads do not work. Rug tape, don't like it. But I discovered these rug grippers on Amazon, and these have been a game changer. When you pull the sticky side off of this gripper and put it on your rug, when you push it down on the floor, it's the material that this is made of is just covered in sort of like miniature suction cups. It suctions to the hard floor, and that rug is not going anywhere, I promise. These things are so great. They stick to the rug, they stick to the floor, but if you need to move your rug, you absolutely, with a little bit of effort, can pull it up, and you can even wash your rug with these stuck on the rug. You need these Vacuum Tech grippers. They are top top notch. So we recently renovated our living room. I have everything decorated. It looks fantastic, but I had this one sad little empty corner. Pictures didn't look right. I tried to hang a mirror. It was weird. I just needed something. But it's behind a couch is the problem. So nothing I did was right. And I have been driving myself crazy trying to figure out, what am I going to do with this corner so that it looks decorated, it looks full, and it doesn't look stupid? And the other day, my daughter said, Mom, you need an olive tree. And boom, that was it. That was the answer. I needed a tree. What is so great about this olive tree? It has branches that look like real wood. You can bend them and shape them. You can also bend each of the little twigs that come off of the main stalks, and you can even bend the leaves. The leaves rotate so you can make the tree look any way that you want it to regarding size and shape. And there are olives on the tree. Problem solved. The rain is slacking off, so hopefully we can go outside soon, but the next problem solver I want to show you is in my car. So what's my problem in my car? Well, if I'm in my car and I have to blow my nose, I've got a piece of trash. What the heck am I going to do with it? Typically, I used to just lay it right here, and whenever I would stop somewhere or get home, I would have to gather all my trash and take it inside. Oh no, but now look at this. I now have a trash can for my car. This little gadget will sit in a cup holder. It has a push top so you can just drop your trash right in. I actually keep mine right here because my car has this console that opens. So this is where I keep my tissues and my handy wipes and my trash bin. And every time I fill my car up with gas, I empty this out. Just pop the top off like that and dump it. Oh, see, there's a tissue. This really is so cute. You could leave it out. Nobody's going to look at it and go, oh, well, you got a trash can in your car. It just looks like a cute little trash can. And it really did solve one of my biggest car problems. So promise you're not going to laugh at me when I show you my next problem solving product. But it's a huge problem and we all have it. If I go outside, I want to sit by the pool, or if I'm in the sun for any reason, I want to have my phone. I want to scroll on my phone. I want to be on Instagram and YouTube and check my emails and do all the things. After about 10 minutes of having my iPhone out in the sun, it gets dark. I can't see it. I get annoyed, I get frustrated, and I have to put my phone down. So what did I do to fix this? I bought myself a cell phone umbrella. I'm not even kidding. Look how adorable this is. My daughter laughed at me when I showed her this the other day, but yet yesterday she was out in the sun, and what happened? She couldn't see her phone, and so she borrowed my cell phone umbrella. This is a suction cup. It sticks onto the back of your cell phone, and then when you're in the sun, this little umbrella shields your phone from the sunshine. Your phone does not get hot. It does not go into dim mode. You can clearly see your phone for hours, and on top of it, you have this little adorable umbrella. I chose pink, and it even acts like a real umbrella. So when you're not using it, pull down the shade. It has a little band that you wrap around and snaps just like a regular umbrella. This is a silly gadget, but it solved a huge problem, and I highly, highly, highly recommend. So I think the storm has actually passed. The concrete is already starting to dry up, so we're gonna head her outside. So we spend a lot of time outside. We can be in the pool, laying in the sun, grilling out at night, having cocktails, doing whatever, and I can not stand mosquitoes. And something I've been using for years to combat mosquitoes is a mosquito dunk. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They look like little donuts, and this is not a pesticide. These are made of an overgrowth of a certain bacteria that kills mosquito larvae. That's all it's good for, and it's been dried out and compressed down into a mosquito dunk. You take these little dunks and you can drop them anywhere where there is standing water. If you have a wheelbarrow or a creek or a pond or anything that water typically accumulates, and it doesn't have to stay wet all the time. It can be a place like a flower container that gets wet and then dries out, gets wet and dries out. It's totally fine in that situation too, and it's typically a place where mosquitoes have eggs, they have larvae, they grow, but these mosquito dunks will completely stop the mosquito life cycle. So we have a creek in our yard, and sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's wet. It just rained, so right now it is super wet, but mosquitoes just breed in that creek, and I always drop in every 30 days new mosquito dunks. Since I was just out here last weekend and I planted all of my flowers in big flower pots, those tend to stay wet because I water them often. It just rained, so I don't want mosquitoes to grow in my flowers. And obviously you would never want to use a mosquito dunk in anything that would produce drinking water, but it is safe for plants, it's safe for flowers, it is safe for your animals. The bacteria in these dunks only kills mosquito larvae. It says on the back here that it's great for bird baths, flowering pots, rain barrels, roof gutters, old automobile tires, because water would for sure collect in there, even in fish ponds. So because we have a pool, I'm always in the pool. I want to get in the pool, I want to relax, I want to kick my feet up, I want to be on a float, and I want to read my book. And I cannot stand laying flat on a float with my face directly up to the sun because, number one, I get hot, I want a part of my body in the water, and I can't read my book when I'm flat. So we have searched far and wide for the best pool float. There's a mesh bottom in here, so my behind is in the water, so I always stay cool. Of course, I have a beverage holder. There's a pillow, so I'm always propped up. I can read my book, I can lay my head back if I want to, but I'm not flat. I can put my feet in the hole, let them dangle in the water if I'm hot. This is the best float there is. I promise, I promise, I promise. And it's easy to store your float or travel with it because it just folds up onto itself and you put it inside this mesh bag that the float actually comes in. And if you have a pool, you know what this is. This is your skimmer, and it gets full of leaves and debris and junk and bugs and all sorts of things. And it never fails that when we put our hand in here to pull out the skimmer basket, the handle on the skimmer basket will break. You'll get about a month out of it and it breaks every single time, and we have to buy skimmer baskets over and over and over. We discovered this little handle clippity thing for our skimmer basket, and this completely solves your problem. So this handle screws on to the bottom of your skimmer basket and it never breaks. Never. So you can drop your skimmer basket into the water. The handle is tall enough that it sticks up. I don't have to put my hands in the bugs and the leaves and the spiders to get the skimmer out. I can just grab it just like that, and there it is. You can see what all is in our skimmer just since it rained a few minutes ago. This skimmer handle is fantastic. It's only a couple bucks and it solved a huge problem. So those are my Amazon problem solving finds, and I want to hear from you in the comments below. What was your favorite? Which is the one that you think is going to solve your biggest problem? I'll tell you, I think my favorite is my cell phone umbrella. I adore this thing. And it's not just because it's cute, it really does its job. I was on my phone yesterday outside in the direct sunlight, 85 degrees, sitting beside the pool, and not once did my cell phone get hot or dim because I was using my cell phone umbrella. Love it. See you in another video.